teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame, as he told me that his quarterback deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Not only has he taken care of the ball and done a great job through the passing attack, he is devastating in the rushing game. He's been unstoppable this season in the red zone, a true dual-threat quarterback. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to rise in that Heisman conversation. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback empties his backfield. Here's Underwood to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove you're
sprinting away. And he scores! Touchdown, Michigan! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Walton. There he goes. Got enough for the first. The 30. At the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Irish.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on first down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Here come the Irish back on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Using his legs, it's Walton. Makes it past the marker. Could be an alley. Crosses midfield. They get him out of bounds and maybe save a score. He gets it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. They'll try it over the left side. Past the 40. On the move at the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Punting on 1st down, but why though? He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. The give is to Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Got a little grass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Here's the handoff. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense. It makes you really be honest.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they did tack on the extra point. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. On the run, it's Marshall. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. They give it to him again. Finding some room.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Ninja. Stack. Stick. What hot?
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8.
886.
The offense changing the play.
Win. Bridge. Hawkeye. Set hot.
Throwing, Underwood. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Walton. Turns it on in midfield. Racing down the left side. Inside and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equally. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Let's go.
Calls his own number. There's a crease. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, but especially once you start to get this deep in territory. But you're also, field goals aren't 100% at this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Let's try to keep this drive alive and try to go get extra points.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Underwood unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. The RPO, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Ready. Magic.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He breaks a tackle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Ready. White 80.
Quarterback making adjustments. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for space. It's Young. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Brings up second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Run in the red zone, it's Mobley. Quick spin on the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Notre Dame right back to the line. Keep it on the ground. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish quarter number 3. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's the Crimson Tide getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
I can't say I've seen this strategy before, but they're showing punt on first down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Looking for space, it's Marshall. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall, now 3rd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Quarterback may change this route. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He spins that thing down the middle. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's in open space downfield. There's some room. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Notre Dame looks as if they're warming up for a victory march as they push out this lead.
I'll tell you what, David, the Irish have done a fantastic job recruiting, and those playmakers have shown up here in this game.
Yeah, and handling the moment, handling the big rivalry game with Michigan, a big showdown. Now can they finish this off because they're looking good right now.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everyone.
Turning it on! Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other schools around the country. Slippery Rock 24. Franklin Pierce University 13.
How about this? They go empty on 2nd and 2. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Underwood. That's caught. It's Johnson. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
To the air. It's Underwood. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's just not the type of game this guy envisioned. Being in the second half, being less than 50% completions, he has not found any success throwing it. A lot of that you got to give to the defense. They've been in the right place and they've made plays, but he's simply not had his best game today.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Kill it. 7-7-6
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Ready.
Underwood. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try the right side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Walton. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Buchanan. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Maybe a crease. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line.
Take over. First and 10.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40.
Here we go.
Here's Underwood to throw. He's going to run it. Bought a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Final play of the quarter coming. He might want another play. To the air, it's Underwood. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
One final play before the end of the quarter.
Kill.
Running inside, it's Marshall. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. And maybe the way things are unfolding, we are set up for a classic finish as we get underway here in the fourth. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fourth down, Underwood throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Here come the Irish back on offense. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. Got room to work. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Second down coming up.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Walton. Here's a little room there. The 20, 10, touchdown, Fighting Irish. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to caught, and he's got room. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Offense getting set for first down. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Maybe some room here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be calling a hot route. They feed him again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. With the catch, it's Marsh. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throwing right. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And they got it.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Could be an alley. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Walton. And they swarm him under.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive.
Ready? Blue ready, 5. Blue ready, shift. Go, go!
Breaks the tackle. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of it...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Blue ready, 5. Blue ready, 5.
On the snap, it's Walton. Got a little grass. Got enough for the first. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Snap to the back. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this two-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, that's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
On the move, it's Marshall. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Underwood escapes the pressure to his right. He wants a big play here late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.